how to buy a car the right way, part 2.
There they are.
What's up YouTube fam? Brandon Weaver here and Jera'S. Sky's the limit. You can check out her YouTube channel and put it in the description box below. Why are you laughing? That's what she says, sky's the limit, right? Well, this is how to buy a car the right way, part 2. Okay? Okay, part 2, right here.
It's 2.
Okay, and
you haven't watched the first part. You go right up here.
Okay, well.
And I'll put that link right there.
Don't put it right in my face. Put it.
Hopefully it'll be in this area, right?
Put the link. Look guys, here's the thing, okay? Enough shucking a jive, let's get to it, okay? Jera'S is interested in purchasing a new vehicle. And if you haven't watched the first one, here's a little rundown. She went to a credit union, got pre-approved, and then she went to the dealership and made sure they didn't run no credit, right?
Right.
They did not run her credit. And she made sure of it. She was like,
it was very hard to not get the dealership to run your credit.
I know, they
never
tried.
give out your social.
Yeah, don't give out your social. Be real cautious and say, do not run my credit. And they were like, oh, we can't run it without a social. I was like, and then they started, they brought, okay, so here's the process where we're at now. We went down there and you take it away. Let them know what happened.
Have my price. I saw a price I liked online that I was like, okay, even if I have to pay that price, I'm willing to pay that price. I've mulled this over for about a month now of thinking about this purchase price specifically and having a loan and everything, and my loan's gonna run out soon and everything, loan approval.
The pre-approval, right.
And I was like, okay, I think I'm mentally ready, and it was either decide to get it and maybe pay a little bit more than I had originally wanted, but long term still very much worth it because I didn't know the blue book value of the car originally. So it makes more sense that the price is what it is now. And also, or it was either, you know, it was either put up, buy the car, or shut up, and then I have to let it go. That little bit of money or that couple $1,000s that I was worried about.
Right.
That's the breaker. I'm not gonna buy the car because of that, and then that's it, I'll let it go and live my life.
Right, but you saw a really good deal online, and it was some weird teaser rate of a car, and it wasn't there the next day. So you went into the dealership and you said, hey, I saw this vehicle at this price, I want to get it at that price. And they were a little tight about it because you knew the wholesale price of the vehicle. That's what you have to understand. She found out the wholesale price of the vehicle from one of the dealership's sales individuals. And
you push hard enough, they crack.
Right, she went a couple of times, she found out the wholesale price, so she knew what they paid for it and knew what the blue book was, and so she kind of knew the level in which she could get the vehicle for. And so what they are offering you is right at blue book, right? A little bit under for a brand new 2018 vehicle.
Yeah.
And for a credit union, all she needs is a purchase order only. She doesn't have to sign any vehicle contract out the gate. So what's interesting is the salesperson passed it over. Once she said, okay, I want this vehicle at this price, passed it over to...
got me a price.
Right.
To see if I was comfortable enough, but they brought, what is that,
finance.
greaser?
No,
the greaser? The greaser.
The ninja salesperson? No. He was a finance manager is what they called it. Finance manager.
The greaser.
They were trying to still get her financing and without telling her what the heck was up. They didn't say, we're gonna run your credit, this is for a loan for you. He was like, you know what we can do for you? He's like, I got you a great deal. It was a good deal, right? It was a good deal.
Yeah.
Got you a great deal. But he's like, what we can do is we can draft up our...
that way you can drive it out today.
Right, drive it out today. We're gonna draft up...
We know from the credit union lady, it says if you leave the dealership without having paid with, say, your other financing.
The credit union financing.
That means they're running your credit.
They have to run your credit. So he's like, we can draft up our beginning, what was it, a contract? They said it was a contract, it was an actual contract. Our 5-day optional, they said optional.
5-day window, and after 5 days they automatically
they finance it. So we were like, no, we don't need your optional contract. we don't need that. He was like, you can drive off the lot if you do this. We're like, no, because if you do that, they're running your credit.
I was like, I already waited a month, sir. I can wait one more day.
Right, and that's the whole thing. And we were like, they were surprised, we know. She was like,
I was extremely aggressive.
Yeah, Jera'S was like, no, we don't need that. I was like, we don't need that. I said, all we need is a purchase order. So when they filling out the sales contract, it actually says PO only on it. It says purchase order only. And
let me see if I can show any of this. Let's see.
So she's looking at the purchase order.
Well, I'll just show you kind of like, it's like yellowy
contract
thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna show you because it's got a lot of personal information on it.
Right, yeah. But it basically says the vehicle price, the discounts,
all the fees. Because we got the price out the door that includes all your taxes and fees.
For Blue Book.
Before we even got the purchase order. Because like, don't mess around so you know exactly what you're paying. Because they can give you a good price and you're like, hell yeah, I'm stealing this car. And guess what? There's taxes and fees that are thousands more dollars on top of that.
Right, because you've got accounting, you've got a sales, you've got a license, title, you've got smog abatement. Yeah, we're in California, but many places have to get smog nowadays and emissions and things of this nature. And so then they put their discounts on it and whatever you negotiated, and out the door is the price you want. Registration,
transfer, titling fees.
Transfer, yeah.
Tire fees.
A tire fee for the state we're in.
Vehicle license fees.
Right, yeah. So you get all this stuff, so they're playing games and trying to say, hey, you know, we took all this money off of the MSRP, you know, we took all this off the MSRP, but the truth is you're gonna have to pay more in those types of fees and things of that nature when you go to the credit union and get the loan. So right now we're in that kind of part, right? You haven't gotten the vehicle, all that yet. And it was challenging because you had to negotiate, huh? We should, yeah.
Let's show you what it looked like. We weren't allowed to film it then.
Yeah, but let's show you a little bit.
I didn't want to show you how good I was at this. So let's just show you what happened.
Yeah, all right. Right, so you have a number in mind. What's your number?
The number I saw online last night.
Yeah, okay, so that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to let you know that, you know, if we're close to that number, you're gonna go for it, right? Here to let you know you gotta go for it if we're close to that.
Let's see what you can get.
I mean, what can you come up to? You know, I'm here to educate you now. I'm here to educate you and let you know, like, you're trying to steal a car. You're trying to come in here and steal this car.
That's the price you have listed. That's the sticker. That's the price. I don't care if you say the manufacturing MSRP number. That's what you're advertising.
That's coming to the dealership, right?
But that's the price you're giving, so of course I'm gonna go under that. I'm not gonna give you what you're asking.
Well, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate you, let you know that was to get you in the dealership. What's your real number? What's that real number?
That is my number. Because I know that's the number you already agreed on.
Yeah, you got some other offers, you got into some other dealerships.
Yes, I have. I've gotten pretty close.
And that's why you bought their car? Did you buy that car at that number?
No, they still weren't right.
Because you're trying to steal this car, I can't.
I can't be stealing a car that you are giving me this price for. I'm simply asking for as advertised.
So if we get close to this number, you're gonna take this car today?
Depends.
Depends on what? I mean, I'm working with you, you gotta work with me.
I do believe I came in here and I worked for a year to make the money to pay for this car. I am working. I've worked more than you have on this deal than you already.
You know what, ma'am?
I've worked 365 days more than you have on this deal.
Listen, ma'am, you gotta tell me the max you're gonna pay for this vehicle today to drive out today, so I can go ahead and get you this vehicle.
This is like poker, man. I'm not gonna give you my cards already. This is how this goes. Like, I told you already what I want. You tell me what you want. Come back and tell me what you're gonna take, and we'll see if we're close.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the manager.
You see what you can do.
Yeah.
You see what you can do.
Okay.
Look at this guy. That's where I had him. Once he told me I had to tell him my best price. No, man, you tell me your best price. I already came in here and gave you an offer. Like, you gotta give me something back. You can't just be like, no, give me a better one. You don't like it.
I am the sales manager here, and I've got good news for you. I got you an even better deal than online. You can see right here.
I knew it. Told you you could do better than that.
Yeah. So, this is what it'll be with taxes, title fees, out the door. But you can see, here, this is MSRP. This is for only internal use. Only internal use. So, you know, I'm showing you some stuff that, you know, secret stuff. MSRP, it's what we pay for the vehicle. So, you know, you're getting a good deal. But you know,
He gave me something with a price and was saying that they were selling it to me at a loss. But I had already been told on the phone what they paid for it, and the number was much lower.
So, yeah, I should take that back. Can't show everybody this.
Feel free to keep it. Keep it showing kids.
We're doing a great deal for it, so I'll tell you what we can do. We could create our optional contract, optional 5-day contract where we draft it up and you can sign for it and you can drive the vehicle that you
No, I don't need it. I need, no. I just need a purchase order. I just need a purchase order. When you're the credit union, all I need is a purchase order. I'm not trying to drive it off the lot today. I just need the purchase order to bring to the bank and I can use the check. That's all I need.
Oh, yes. Who do you work? Who's your credit union?
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
You're not going to be able to beat the percentage.
Well, what
1.94.
Oh, what are the terms? How long?
Who cares? At 1.94, it don't matter.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Most credit unions, I mean, even if you went with our
You
dealer
can't beat it.
financing,
You can't beat it.
That's very true. It's very
can't
true.
beat
So, yeah.
I have excellent credit.
It's very good. If you want, yeah, we could draft up a purchase order for you, and you could go down, and then you come back with the check for us.
Okay. First off, though, I want to drive the exact car I'd be buying because I need to see this car before.
Yeah, you're
And I need a minute to talk.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. We can facilitate that, right? Absolutely. All right, you're interested in driving your vehicle, and why don't you hang on to that, and we'll be right back, okay? Great.
Took them like half an hour to find the car before the test drive.
So we're just sitting here, we're waiting for them to bring the car so I can test drive the actual car that I might be buying. It's taking forever.
All right, we're back. We're in Jera'S new
2018 DODGE Challenger.
That's right, SXT.
SXT.
She got the base model.
Couldn't get the demon.
Couldn't get the demon.
Couldn't get the price I wanted.
But you got a great price on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You basically got it for Blue Book, right? Blue
Yeah.
Book, new, brand new, out the door, Blue Book,
I paid nothing more than Blue Book.
Right, including
If anything,
the
I
taxes.
actually paid a little less.
Right, because the taxes, fees, registration.
Because there's special like rebates at our dealership.
Right. So, we're driving around now, and we just wanted to kind of go over the last little bit in that last little buying process there, right? So,
Because it was still so stressful.
yeah, why was it stressful for you?
Because first off, they gave me the purchase order, went to the bank, they were like, no, you didn't sign this. And I had told the guy when we were there, I was like, I have to sign this for my credit union, like it has to be signed, or they're not gonna give me the check. And they were like, no, that's fine, that'll work. Went to the credit union, didn't work, had to go back. Went to the bank today, the PO we had, I didn't sign it, so they wouldn't give me a check. So now we're back at the dealership, sign a contract, try to get that all done. And then I just wrote out all the paperwork and did the paperwork so that way it was done, it was for sure signed and everything, I wasn't gonna have no nonsense.
Right.
Just waiting, they'll tell you what's going on. I just have to sit here for like half an hour. No idea what's going on. It's going in your video.
So, specifically, the paperwork that she filled out was the contract to purchase the vehicle. However, she wasn't taking receipt of the vehicle. She wasn't going to leave the dealership without paying for the car.
What I will say about that is that you can sign the contract, and if you can't, they're like, if you don't get the money, you don't get the car. So like, the contract's void.
Right.
So that's like an interesting aspect of that I didn't know, that like I could sign a contract and then still not have to buy the car.
Right. So the contract basically allows you to go to the credit union, get your check, and then come back and pay them.
Yeah, don't take the car off the lot before you have given them a check or cash or whatever you're paying with. If you take it off before then, your credit's being run, boo.
Right, exactly. Because then they're gonna run your credit, look for their own financing, and all they're doing is marking up, they're running you down, bringing your score down, finding a rate that works for them so they can profit off of the difference. Because you have something that's about 2.9%, but if they went out there and looked for a loan on your behalf, they're gonna try and look for 4%, 5%, 8%, so then they can keep the difference from what they send to the bank, for them, it's a crazy racket, and it shouldn't be allowed. Because it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
So
last part, the other reason why it was so stressful at the end is because when you go to sign a contract, you go and meet up with another new person that you've never dealt with before, and he's got like gold rings and gold bracelets, and you're like, this guy, I don't like the look of him already. So they just brought us to another room with a different guy, and then I was really rude, right? Brandon, was I really rude?
Yeah. Last finance guy.
And I was like, why do you guys keep switching all the people? I don't like dealing with a different person every single, and they're like, well, this is different, this is the sales guys, this is this, and I was just like, yeah, but it's uncomfortable. And he just was so pissed at me. He was just like, then didn't really talk to me the rest of the time except for like, here, sign here, sign here. So I just actually technically bought a car.
Yeah, we didn't take delivery of it yet, so she's gotta go get that cash money.
Get the cash, gotta get the cash, give me the cash. Like he used to be I didn't like it. I was like, ugh, and I even told him, I was like, why do you keep switching people? This is so stressful. And he did not like that.
Yeah, they didn't like that. So the first person is a sales individual. Then we saw the sales manager. And then we saw another sales manager. And then we saw the finance. Yeah. And from my
4 different people.
4 people. And from my understanding is when you move a human being from place to place and change people in front of you, it gives them a leverage on you, right? So now maybe you're more trusting, or your guard is down. It really is to bring your guard down. And
it makes you so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And
even everything we knew, I was like, I am so stressed. This is so stressful.
Right. But with everything we knew, we did get the right rate for you, right?
Yeah.
We did get no inquiries for you.
No inquiries.
No craziness. Didn't have any weird last minute warranties and that kind of stuff. Now, gap insurance. So talk a little bit about gap insurance and why.
Because I was definitely gonna buy it.
Right.
Because that's safety, but because I put so much money down on my loan, I'm not upside down on my loan. So that means upside down on your loan. So if your car was in, say, an accident and insurance had to pay out, they wouldn't pay you as much as you, say, still owed on the loan. That's what being upside down on your loan is. So I'm not upside down on it. So I saved the $400 because that was another payment towards my car.
Right. So for anyone out there who is financing a vehicle and you're not putting any money down and you are owing on the car, you might want to get gap insurance.
Definitely get gap insurance if you're technically upside down.
Right. So basically,
whatever the lowest blue book payout, whatever the lowest blue book value is probably what insurance will pay you.
Right. So sometimes you're paying a little bit more than blue book to drive off the lot for a vehicle, and let's say you're in an accident and then all of a sudden it's totaled. Gap will save your butt. And it had the reason that we were told about this is because the individual that told us about this at the credit union had gap insurance or something. He went through the situation. He was like, gap is useful, but buy it from your credit union. Whoever's financing the loan is gonna offer it to you. So you don't need to get it at the dealership. Don't let them try it.
Because they'll mark it up 3 times.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. 3 times
to make money on it.
Yeah, to make money on it. Yes. Yeah. And if you guys hear any panting in the background, it's just Freckles. He's panting. I don't know if you can see him, but he likes to ride shotgun as well. So buying a vehicle can be stressful, but it can also be rewarding if you follow some of these steps, watch out for some of these pitfalls. Yeah. And you can get, I mean, really.
If you're unsure, ask questions. And if you feel like you don't know what's going on, just be like, wait, stop, I'm confused. Because they don't like it, like they don't like having to explain stuff to you, but who cares what they like? Like I was so, like we talked about, like I was so aggressive with the price thing and the guy was so frustrated with me, but then I got closer to my price anyway and I got what I said was possible anyways, that they were like, that's not possible, you're being ridiculous. And then at the end, like the guy was totally happy with me because I bought the car. Like it doesn't matter, they just want to make the sales, honestly. So you might as well work the hardest and get the best deal for you rather than caring what they think, because at the end they don't care, they just want to make the sale.
Right, exactly. And I've seen some concerns on the other side where the dealers will be like, well, we get financing for people who can't get financed elsewhere and we're making calls and getting loans. The problem with that is the people that are getting those deals for them, chances are that the interest rate is higher, they're upside down more on their loans, they're making these high premium payments.
get your credit square first, right? 609creditrepair.com. Get it squared away first. We got your credit squared away, right?
Yeah.
And you had to get a little bit of boost. A lot of it was done with authorized user trade lines and stuff. And so you had the right score. You had the 720 going in there, so you got the right score. So you were good to go. Get your stuff squared away first, or we can do it for you at the Awesome Life Group. That's what you want to do. Don't let these dealers say, well, we can get you no credit, bad credit, we'll get you financed. Forget them. Get your credit squared first, and then you can get the car that you want.
Yeah, if you're gonna have to overpay too much for a vehicle, like, don't buy that vehicle.
Right, not worth it.
It's not worth
the stress.
The stress and the extra money you're gonna pay, you know, just...
And I get emails all the time, people upside down on their loans.
Get creative.
Get creative. It can't make the payment, or they didn't expect, they financed it for 5 years or whatever, and they didn't expect that something was gonna happen in that period of time. So just be cautious, know
something always will happen. Like, that's life, there's no constant.
Right, so it could be better though.
It could be better.
So you may not want to necessarily have a car that you finance for 5 or 6 years because you're like, well, I'm in a
better situation. I could have bought a new car.
Right.
Now I spent all this extra money on this crap car. I'm actually paying this way more awesome cars less money because
your credit's better, or you're in a better situation. So yeah, and that's what happened to you. You waited a very long time to basically get the right car for you. This is your first new car, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So everything had to match up. Your earnings, your debt to income ratio, your credit score, all that.
And then we were talking about how this car is more advanced than, like, when I was a kid and I wanted like a Lamborghini Diablo. It's more tech advanced than, say, if I had bought a Lamborghini Diablo when I was a kid.
Yeah, or a Mercedes.
Like all the different cool stuff that's in here was not in that Lambo. Like, my car is so much cooler now, so.
Right, because technology caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have the backup cam, you got radio, you got everything you want, and I think it's fantastic. And hey, the Dodge Challenger is a very, very awesome vehicle. SXT, economical.
Good chance that it'll
it's doing good on gas.
You know, muscle cars are a good investment because people love muscle cars and they restore them. Like, look at what cars people are restoring. So this probably will be worth money later. Like, it's holding its value so well.
Potentially could.
Potentially could.
Yeah, maybe. We will see. And keeping equity, because you're not upside down on your loan, having such a good low interest rate, if you ever do need to resell it, it's not so hard. You're not, you know, SOL.
Okay, one more thing we just want to add in here because people think this is our car. No.
Okay.
This is not our car. This is my car. I was bankrupt a few years ago. Terrible credit. My credit is so good now because of the things that we have done. I bought this car on my own. He helped, honestly tried to talk me out of it the whole time. I bought the car, I did it. It's my car, I'm the only one signed for it. I'm the one that's responsible. It's my car.
Right. But we helped build your credit, right? That's basically what,
yeah.
That's
was that your point?
Yes, that's what
we built my credit, but like,
yes, but you know,
it's my thing.
It's her vehicle.
It's
I don't have a car.
He's not barely allowed to drive it.
No, I'm not allowed to drive it. I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive it. A lot of liability. But it's fantastic. It's a fun car to.
Oh my God! It's so fun, guys. Think about it. If you are in the market for a new car and you can afford it. Oh my God! Go and test drive it. You're gonna be rent it, because then you can really try it.
If you can rent it, yeah, absolutely.
Try it out. So much fun.
This is a great success story. I'm very pleased with Jera'S because she did it the right way. We got her credit up, you know, AUs and getting all this stuff and negative stuff and getting it all squared away, and now she's doing better. And you can too. Great, guys. I hope this video helped you out. Is there anything else that you give a thumbs up if it helped you out?
Give a thumbs up if it helped you out. Go check out my channel if you haven't already. Lots of fun stuff over there. Lots of fun stuff over there.
That's right.
You're welcome.
And if you got your credit run a bunch at a dealership, hit me up at 609creditrepair.com. Help you get those inquiries off, or we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Until we see you in person, we'll see you on the other side.
Take care. Peace, son.
Jera'S hanging out by the men's room, getting some food.
Best place to get food?
So they're just putting gas in your car right now?
Yeah, I should have already done it, but I didn't do it. Ah, horns, careful. Left money in there, I just got for you.
Ooh, jackpot.
Oh, and they left their food.
What do you celebrate with? What do you have?
Vegan food.
Vegan food.
It's vegan.